Hey guys, it's Jennifer. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about my skincare journey. Also, I just wanted to put this part in here because I have filmed this video. This is the third time I've filmed this video. Can you believe that? That's literally crazy. My script is on my phone and I'm recording on my phone, so I'm just gonna try my best. This video is a freak show, okay? I'm just gonna give you a warning because the first time I recorded this, it was successful, right? And then I go to edit the video and the file is completely corrupted. I have tried everything to recover it and it is nowhere to be found. So that was the first thing that happened. Then I filmed it again on another camera with a different SD card and the camera battery was fully charged. But for that camera, aka this one, I have no spare battery for. It died, of course, which it never dies that fast. I was literally only filming for like 15 minutes and it died. And so that footage is also trash now, and so now I'm filming on my phone, which is at 55%, and I hope it doesn't die in the middle of this recording because I don't know what else could go wrong. But anyway, just wanted to put that in there just because I have been wanting to get this video out for forever and all this stuff is going wrong. So I hope it turns out okay, and I apologize for any inconveniences during the video or anything like that. So I wanted to start off by talking about my skin history. So I was kind of a late bloomer with my puberty. I started like going through the more hardcore stages of my puberty when I was 16. But before then I didn't really have like any signs of puberty. So I was a very, very late bloomer. So that being said, I didn't really have a lot of acne when I was a teenager, that much at all. Until I turned 19 years old, and that was in 2021. And now I'm 20 years old and it's April 2023. So it's been some time, about a year and a half or so. Over that year and a half, I have seen my face go through so many dumb phases. Like I've had times where my face is full of just like big zits like everywhere. Well, when I say everywhere, it's like spaced out acne. It's just a lot for me considering I didn't have any before. Also, over this year and a half, I've tried a variety of products and done so much research, and I finally found the causes of my acne and a product that works for me. Before I could pick out a product that I could use for my acne, I had to put my finger on the reasons why my acne was showing up on my face. Number one, like I mentioned before, I was a late bloomer with my acne and puberty in general, so I think in general it could be just my hormones kicking in. Number two, stress. Stress is a big thing. I have a stressful life, a stressful job, stressful schedule, all the things, so stress was probably the number one cause that I identified in this process. Number three, oily foods. I work in fast food, so I'm constantly in an environment where all that oil and grease is in the air, and also I get free food after my shifts, so who doesn't want a burger and fries after work for free? Like, especially if it's good, heck yeah. Number four, touching my face. You guys, I'm so fidgety sometimes, and a lot of the time I don't realize that I'm literally like touching my face when I'm like zoned out. Like I don't realize it. I don't like pay attention to that much. So that was a big problem because the oil from my fingers, as you guys all know, that transfers onto your face and causes blackheads and other dirt and oil on your face that's not supposed to be there. And then the last and fifth and final thing that I discovered as a cause was not moisturizing. So my skin was getting super dry. I have a product that I've stuck with now for about a month and a half, and I think this is going to be the product that I stick with until my acne clears up. But before I got to that product, I had a lot of trial and error with some other products, and I'm going to be explaining to you guys today what I used for those products and what I recommend them, etc., etc. So the first brand and product that I used was by CeraVe. This isn't what I used, but I'm just showing you, just in case you guys don't know the brand CeraVe. This is the brand, and I used their daily cleanser. I don't remember which cleanser it was because they have a lot of different cleansers, I think, but I used the one, I think it was in the light blue bottle. So not this one. This is also kind of light blue, but not this one. This is lotion. I used a daily cleanser morning and night. And then I also used their acne control gel 3 times a day, which was a little bit much, but it was doing a lot for my skin. it affected my skin positively until I realized that it actually wasn't, and it was kind of like irritating my skin. So I stopped using that, and it wasn't really giving me the results that I had hoped for. Next, I moved on to using Burt's Bees. I started using their deep cleansing cream, which I still have the same bottle as what I started with. This stuff's really good, you guys. It is about $7 a bottle, I think. Maybe I'm overpricing that, I don't know. But it's really good, it's really refreshing, and it does a good job at what it's supposed to do, but it's just a really slow process and I'm super impatient. So I stopped using that. Then the third option may surprise you guys. I got the 3-step routine from Acne Free. You can find it in Walmart. It looks like this. It's just the cleanser, toner, and lotion. This is probably the one I used for the longest time and probably the most reliable one that I would recommend to anyone. My sister recommended this to me. She was like, it's affordable and it works. And since we were family, I decided to try it because I'm like, we probably have a similar skin type. And so, yeah, it actually worked crazy good. It was only $15 and it was really, really good. So I'll probably go back to this after I get off of what I'm currently using. But the only reason why I stopped using this is because it said that you would see results in a week, and I took that as my skin is going to be completely clear in a week, and that didn't happen. So I was like, this is a scam. But then I realized again, I was like, wait a minute, that was actually doing stuff for my skin. So I'll probably go back to this soon. Number 4, ITK. This is a brand by influencers named Brooklyn and Bailey. A lot of people know who they are. I've watched them on YouTube for like as long as I can remember, before I even started my own channel 10 years ago. But I bought all their products in college. I spent over $200 on their products, and I would replenish I would stock up on them. Like, I was a big fan. I still am a fan of their products, except I only have their blemish mist now. I gave the rest to my roommate because I was like, this isn't working for my skin. It worked at first, but then I realized it wasn't really doing good things for my skin. Also, I want to put a disclaimer really quick. I don't know if I said this already. I said it in the other 2 videos I filmed the same thing earlier, but I am not here to diss any of these brands. These brands are all things I would recommend to people. They're all good, reliable business owners, and really good people behind these brands, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But they're good brands, and so I recommend all of these. So anyway, back to this. ITK, really good. Really reliable. The only thing I really trust from this brand is this blemish treatment mist. It didn't work for my face acne, but it did work really well for my chest and back acne whenever it pops up randomly. So ITK, super good. The only downside is this is $15 for a 3.3 fluid ounce bottle, so it's a little pricey for what it is, but it smells good and it works. So after I stopped using ITK, I just went back to Burt's Bees, but this time I started using the deep cleansing scrub. So it's like the deep cleansing cream, but it's a scrub, so it's like the more coarse cleanser, and I use this day and night. There's still quite a bit in this bottle. This has lasted me forever. I don't know how. It's like still got that much in it. This stuff is awesome. I was just getting impatient. Again, I wasn't getting quick results, but it was working for my blackheads a lot. But once this went away, it wasn't really helping with my surface acne, and that's what I really needed help with. And there's a reason why I have all these products still, and that's because they work and they're good, or else they'd be in the trash can. But yeah, I still have all of them just in case I decide to switch up what I'm doing, because I'm very indecisive, especially with my skincare. And another thing that I don't have with me, but I did use strictly blemish patches for like 3 weeks straight, but those were just tearing up my skin, and I realized it wasn't really good for my long-term acne plan. And then I finally found what I needed for my skin after that. But before I tell you which brand I finally chose, I just wanted to tell you guys the key thing that I discovered in this journey was that you have to really take care of your body and what your basic skin needs are before you choose your product that you need. I think that's the biggest mistake that I made, was not knowing what my skin type is and not knowing what I need and what my body is okay with as far as what irritates my skin and what doesn't. I didn't know that, and so I had to spend a bunch of money on things that weren't probably the best for my skin. So don't do that. Don't make that mistake. If you have already made that mistake, it's okay. Relatable. I decided I would form some good habits, and set some goals for myself, and from there it really helped me choose what I thought was right for my skin, and I got it right, and I got to know my skin perfectly. But here are the good habits I decided to form. Number 1, I decided I would do some sort of exercise daily, and this one wasn't really like a huge change because I already bike a mile to and from work every day and occasionally go on my longboard for like an hour or so, and that's quite a workout, believe it or not. So exercise daily, it helps with just clearing out those toxins in your body, and because the more you sweat, the more it detoxes, so it's really good for you to sweat and get that out of your system. Number 2, instead of eating fast food every day, I would eat a salad after my shift because my job also sells salads. So I was like, I'll just get a salad instead of a burger. And even on those days when I would be so over it and like not want a salad, I would still get a salad because I knew it was the right choice. Number 3, this is a very extreme thing, and it's not a habit, but it's just a lifestyle change that I made. So I was in a very stressful and emotionally draining relationship this past year, and I decided I would break up with that guy back in February. And at that time, when I was dating him, especially the last few months, which were coincidentally the most stressful, I broke off an engagement. So it was very stressful. It was very hard for me, all the stuff that was going on. But I had a lot of like surface level zits that were big and like painful. And as soon as I broke up with him, I kid you not, this was no coincidence, I already know, all my zits that were big disappeared within 3 days. Like, they were gone. They did not exist after that. And so I took that as, okay, yeah, that relationship probably wasn't the best for me. But anyway, my message to you guys, if you guys are like, how does this apply to me? Get rid of those toxic people in your life that are stressing you out, or like maybe it's like your job that you hate, quit your job, move somewhere else. I know that's extreme and like way easier said than done. If you care about your face and what it looks like, I would suggest cut out those things that stress you out the most. Number 4, I minimized how much I was touching my face, and that made a huge difference on my skin and the amount of blackheads I was getting. Number 5, I always tell you guys this on my channel, but drink water, hydrate. Sometimes I need to take my own advice. I always tell you guys to hydrate. By the way, this is your daily reminder to drink water. But I need to take my own advice because I barely ever drink water. It is sad. It is not good. That is the whole reason. That's the first reason why I have that little slogan on my channel, is because when I'm editing my videos, I look back and I'm like, wait a sec, I need to drink water. So yeah, drink water now if you haven't already. But hydration is one of the most important things for your skin. If your skin isn't properly moisturized, you can get a lot more acne than, say, you like did moisturize and drink water. It's a big difference, and you'd be surprised once you start drinking water more what the difference is. Number 6, on super stressful days, which aren't super often, I would choose to do a couple yoga poses before bed, and that helps naturally relieve stress in the body. And I highly recommend just doing like the easy yoga poses, take a step back and breathe, and it is probably the fastest and most reliable way to relieve stress. Number 7, I washed my face day, night, and in the morning. So 3 times a day. In the morning when I wake up, during the day after I get home from work because I'll be sweating from my bike ride, and 3 when I go to bed. And so my skin has time to heal and cleanse itself, whatever. Number 8, I kind of already talked about this earlier, but I reduce pretty much all oily and greasy foods in my diet. I notice I'm saying reduce because I feel like eliminating it completely for me is just too extreme and I can't really commit to that. So I wanted to take it down and just decrease the amount that I was eating of greasy foods at like my job and also at home. And so once I made that change, I noticed a big difference in my skin as well. And finally, last but not least, I decided I would moisturize more because I realized my skin is more on the dry side than on the oily side. So all those lifestyle changes took quite a bit of adjusting, to be honest with you, but after I made them, I finally discovered the product that works for me. And that product is, drumroll please, Curology. And I know that sounds really cliche for a YouTuber to say, but yes, Curology, you guys. I found Curology so helpful. It has saved my life. And no, pause. This video is not sponsored by Curology. I'm not getting paid to say any of this. When you first sign up for Curology, they have these dermatologists that work for their company that actually help you get to know your skin type, and they give you a very specific routine for you. And so I'm gonna just walk you guys through my routine that they gave me. So my first step in my routine is I use my acne cleanser. They have a regular cleanser, but I got the acne cleanser because that's more of what I want for my skin. And then next I use my custom formula only at night because it is just a night cream. And basically you just take a skin quiz on their website about your skin goals and your skin type, and they just formulate this custom formula, and it did not dry out my skin or irritate it at all. I've heard a lot of people have different experiences with the custom formula that they give them, but for me, it worked really well. And then my third step, I use the Rich Moisturizer. They have a regular moisturizer and then the Rich one. The Rich one is for more dry skin types, which, like I mentioned before, my skin type is more on the dry side, so this helps really well, and I just apply it to like my face and my neck morning and night. And then as two bonus things that I use the sunscreen when I'm working outside in my family's garden. Whenever I'm outside for a long period of time, I apply the sunscreen. And you guys, this sunscreen, oh my gosh, the world needs to hear about this sunscreen because it feels like nothing, it smells like nothing, it is amazing, and it works better than any sunscreen I've ever used. I don't know why, I don't know what Curology is on, but they're onto something else. Like, they know what they're doing, and I love them. And then finally, the most cute thing from Curology, I have their lip balm. I have two of these. Look how fun that is. It's like a switchblade thing. That's what I call it, the switchblade lip balm. But I keep one in my purse and then one in my bathroom on the counter so I can use it day and night. And then I have one in my purse for whenever my lips get super chapped during the day. But this stuff's awesome, and they have a lot of different scents on their website. I just have the unscented one because sometimes I get picky with my lip balm. But that is my routine now. Now, as for a long-term plan for my skin, I want to just make sure I clear up the acne that's underneath the surface of my skin on my cheeks. And once that's gone with Curology, I'm gonna probably switch back to the 3-step acne-free routine from Walmart because, like I mentioned earlier, this was only $15, and for Curology, I literally spend over $100 a month for that. And I don't know if I want to do that for long term, you know? So I'm gonna just do a couple more boxes of Curology and then cut off my subscription probably. But they have done wonders for me. I just don't think I'll need them after this because I assume my acne is just gonna stay away for the most part because I got in such a bad place with my skin. It's just finally recovering, and then I'll just go forward with this. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching my skincare journey. I loved filming this for you guys. I'm so glad that I finally had the opportunity to film it. Please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up down below if you enjoyed it or if this video helped you out. Just keep in mind that all of these things that I mentioned in this video may not be applicable to you, but if you want to try it, I highly recommend trying all these products because they are pretty good. Also, don't forget to check out my podcast link below, and I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye!